Hey guys, how's it going? Zach here from Reptile Creation, and today I want to talk about adding wood to my axolotl tank. I've got a few pieces of wood soaking in this tub of water here. As you can see, it's looking a little brown. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but in my axolotl tank, I really want to get some more plants in there, mostly Anubias and some Java fern, really hardy plants, but I just need something to anchor them to, and I want to make the tank a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, so that's why I'm doing this. But I'm going to talk a little bit about sterilizing wood here. So I'm going to get it over to the oven and throw this stuff in there. I want to use an oven because I don't have a stock pot big enough to boil all these. Ideally you'd boil everything, but that'll be a little bit too time consuming with what I got here. So I'm setting my oven to 200 degrees and I'm going to put them in for about 20 to 30 minutes and monitoring pretty carefully to make sure I don't let anything dry out and burn. So here we go. Alright, so I mentioned the brown water here. What I was going to say about that was the fact that the tannins in the wood can leach out into the water. It's not going to hurt the animals, it's just going to kind of color the water. Like I said, I'm putting this in the oven at 200 degrees for about 30 minutes, and I'll just, check it a few times through the cook time just to make sure nothing's getting too dried out. But I put a little bit of tin foil down on this just because I wanted to separate it from the little baking tray I have it in here with. And I'll be putting it in. And I'll come back to that when I'm done. Alright everyone, so here you can see the water is over the wood and there's nothing sitting on top of it. So that means the water's fully saturated into the wood and it's not going to float at all when I put it in the tank. And this is what you're after. So now I'm going to get over to the tank and throw this stuff in there. Okay, so I've cleared out this end of the tank, and what I want to do is kind of lay this wood out so that I have it in kind of like a hide. So I'm going to prop this big piece here up onto the rock that's sitting next to their dish there. Definitely feels like this thing wants to float a little bit, but it'll get all saturated again. I just dumped out the water so that I didn't have any more of that water that I had them soaking in here with in the tank. Zero, my dog's losing his mind about the axolotls here. He just discovered them recently. So it's looking like I might need to take a bit of time before I can place all these pieces of wood without them wanting to float like that, as you can see. So I'm just going to throw them in here and come back to this in a few when these things decide to stay on the bottom again. Alright, so here we have it. I've got 3 of the 4 pieces sitting right here propped up against that rock. Just show you my dog. Zero! You like the axolotls? Yeah, I'm not sure how he just noticed them, but we've had them in the living room for a year now, and he just noticed them this last few weeks. But I used the last piece of wood over at this end here. That's enough, buddy. To kind of create a little bit more of a hide in that end of the tank too. So once I get some more Anubias and some Java fern in here, I'll be able to make this end a little bit more like a hide. It's already doing better than the thing that I had over here before. It was kind of a fake hide and I really didn't like the look of it. So I'm also going to be adding a rock in this corner here, so that'll look a little nicer. And then I'll be, like I said, adding a bunch of plants to the rest of this so that it all fills in and creates a nice hide for them. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're looking forward to what this thing's going to look like when I'm done. And have a good one, guys.